How you doing, sir? What's going on? Officer Metro. The reason I stopped you, man, it doesn't look like you have your lights on. See right there? You gotta turn them on right here. Look at.
Ain't nobody said nothing.
All right, man. You got your driver's license registration?
Hey, we're gonna give him a $50 fine for that. I thought they were. I don't know what turn them off. It should be automatic.
It's a rent-a-car, man?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright. You guys have ID on you?
I thought they were wrong.
Do you have anything to drink tonight, man?
No.
Nothing whatsoever? Alright, I'll go off to you.
Nothing.
Nothing? You just drinking in the back, having fun? Having a good time? You guys come to this event over here?
Yeah, he's a designated driver.
He's a designated driver?
Yeah.
Oh, where you guys headed? The event? Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm asking him.
Yeah, I'm just driving where...
You're just driving where they tell you to go?
Right there, bro.
Is this first rodeo? Just be honest, man.
Yeah.
Alright. Cool. How many people we got back here? Load 15?
Yeah, 15.
Alright. Everybody got IDs?
Sure.
Alright. Start moving up front. The IDs up front.
Excuse me, sir.
How you doing?
Hi. Hi. So I get a call. They called me over as their attorney.
Let me get out of the sidewalk.
Sure, of course. And they're telling me that you're demanding that they all show ID, which is unconstitutional under the Heibel case, United States Supreme Court, in NRS 17123.
Well, I will double check with my officers, but they're saying they asked and they voluntarily gave it.
They got a call. I got a call that said.
Well, I understand
Yeah.
they called you. I'm just saying what they told me. So let me double check on
Yes.
that.
They're doing a questionnaire about a motorcycle club. They clearly asked him if he had any Mongol tattoos. Okay, which is certainly outside the scope of a traffic stop.
Well, we're getting two different stories next week.
All right. He's also doing an investigation, and I'm clearly recording even him asking questions about the Mongols Motorcycle Club.
Okay.
Right? To where you have a reasonable amount. There's a new case, 2015, Taurus v. State of Nevada, to where you can detain them for the purpose of the stop, but you can't go past that unless and until there's other reasonable suspicion. Taurus v. State of Nevada.
Right.
Okay? So these guys do not want to be here voluntarily. They're clearly not doing this voluntarily. And so if the driver is done, then he should be let go to drive. And frankly, the passenger should be able to just walk away. They didn't do anything wrong.
Well, I again, not sure what's going on with that part. And the driver, I don't think they're done with the stop yet.
Okay. But he was the driver?
Yeah.
Okay, so why are they questioning the passenger? There's no reasonable suspicion.
I don't know if something popped up.
So
on
he's
there
not
or
being detained then?
I said I don't know what they have on there.
Well, they're not even allowed to. Taurus v. State again.
If
He's not allowed.
voluntarily gave his stuff, okay, and they're checking on something with it. Again,
Okay.
I don't know what popped
All
up
right.
on that. So if you just give us a minute.
Ask for your stuff back. Just ask for your ID back. Ask for your ID back. This can be over if you just say it's over.
I just asked, this is over, I request
So he's not giving your ID even though he had no reasonable suspicion for the stop. Thank you. Come with me. Hey, all the passengers, have them come with me unless they're being detained.
What's that?
If the passengers are being detained, they must stay. Otherwise, have them just come. If they're being detained, they must stay. But they have to have reasonable suspicion that the actual passengers have committed a crime, are now committing a crime, or did. Yeah. Officer, may I approach and talk to my clients, please?
What's that?
May I approach and talk to my clients, please?
Hang tight. Let me get a Sarge, man.
Sure.
I don't want to step on anybody's feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, under Berkemer, they have
Yeah.
the Fifth Amendment right to counsel because you went outside the routine or ordinary traffic stop.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's a United States Supreme Court case.
Lawyer. He said if you could just give him a second.
Sure. I just want to go talk to my clients is all.
Understandable. Yeah.
Thank you.
How's your night going? Aside from this.
Well, it is what it is, right? I'd love for there to be less drama,
Yeah.
but it is what it is.
At least it's nice out, right?
Yeah.
Not too hot.
He's got all the licenses in his hand.
I think he's just making sure everybody gets their stuff back there.
Yeah. Well, there's a Supreme Court case, Heibel, that says that unless you are, because there's two exceptions that are Heibel, H-I-I-B-E-L.
Heibel versus who? Just so I can read it.
It's a long that one.
Okay.
If you just Google Heibel, H-I-I-B-E-L, it comes up to where the United States Supreme Court interpreted Nevada's duty to identify statute.
Gotcha.
Okay. And the duty to identify statute, clearly says that if you have reasonable suspicion that someone has committed a crime, is now committed a crime, or will commit a crime, they must identify themselves. And what the Supreme Court said is that is stating your legal name and nothing else. You are not required to do anything else. Now, there's two exceptions under state law when you're the driver of a vehicle and if you have a CCW and you are concealed carrying.
And that's when you got to give out your date of birth and whatnot? Is that what you're
You
getting
never have to give out your date of birth, like ever, right? Sometimes it's in your best interest if there's a warrant with somebody with your name and looks like
yeah.
you,
Touche.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
We get that a lot, actually.
Right?
Quite a bit.
There you go. But as far as demanding ID, it's actually a Fourth Amendment violation for you to demand ID. You can request. In fact, there's a case Fernandez out of the Ninth Circuit that says specifically you're allowed to inquire as to their identification, including requesting their identification. And that's Fernandez v. U.S. So you can request it, but demanding ID is a clear Fourth Amendment violation under Heibel. Heck, the United States Supreme Court, looked at our duty to identify statute.
Yeah.
And the problem is I get a call from my clients saying they're demanding we do the ID, and I'm just like, you don't have to. I'll be right there. I wish, I didn't want to jaywalk, I'm the most famous jaywalker in Nevada, right?
I know.
Right? You just Google Steven Stubbs jaywalking? Yeah. All right. I didn't want that to happen again, right? I didn't want to be an even more famous jaywalker,
Right.
alleged jaywalker, right?
Yeah.
So, but you're not allowed to demand ID. You just can't. You can demand a driver's license, and you can demand a CCW together with an ID if they are concealed carrying.
Gotcha.
That's all you're allowed to do. And of course, if there's reasonable suspicion, you can demand that they identify themselves.
Yeah, man, I talked to the man with the stripes.
Yes.
We just gave it to him. Yeah. Sir, can you go back over to the sidewalk?
Of course I can.
I asked them if they wanted to go with you. Told them they voluntarily could go with you and you could go back across the street, whatever. They said that that's their DD and they're going to wait for him.
That's not what I asked. I asked if I could go over to my clients and talk to them.
Right, and I said no.
So you said no to that. You're not allowing me to go over there.
I'm not letting you interfere with the investigation.
Okay, but they're not being investigated. There's no reasonable suspicion that they did
but
anything.
The vehicle right now, the driver's still being stopped.
The driver's way away from the vehicle.
I wanted to talk to him. I said, do you guys want to step out? You're free to go. They said no. They want to wait for their driver.
So you are not allowing me to go to the vehicle to speak to the clients that called me
I'm saying
and identified me as their attorney.
Is, like you said, we're not investigating them. They're not being questioned.
But the person you're investigating is far apart from the vehicle.
Asking you to go up there to us.
Okay.
And so once we're done with him and he goes back to the vehicle, by all means, you can
But they
go
have
up there.
clearly
Once we're
identified
done
me
with the
as their
investigation.
attorney. And under Berkemer, because this is a traffic stop that's outside of routine.
Why is it outside routine?
Okay. The minute you start asking questions that are not, well, it depends on the facts and circumstances of the case, obviously. But I clearly saw that him doing, and I recorded him doing, a gang interview of someone in there. That is not a routine traffic stop. This many officers, that's not an ordinary or routine traffic stop.
Well, when we
there
have
are
as
many things.
people in the vehicle as we do, it would be routine.
Okay, but you're clearly filling out information and gathering intelligence, and that's why you were asking for information and why there was an interview asking those questions from people who were not actually being detained. They say, now again, you say there's different facts. Okay, I'm going to respect that. They called me over. They called me on the phone and said they're demanding our identification, saying you have to pass them forward.
Right.
That's what they're saying.
They asked for ID and they presented it voluntarily.
Okay, and I understand that's what you're saying. That's not what they're telling me.
And I understand that there's two different stories and sides.
But that alone, you asking for their ID, that's beyond an ordinary
do you
routine.
mind if we can get it? And they voluntarily get
Okay.
it. It's the same with the name. If I asked you what your name was.
But with the interview being outside of any scope of traffic, that makes it so it's not an ordinary or routine. The case is
and again, I don't know what they popped up on the stop.
Look, I was videotaping it, man. They were clearly doing an interview asking. This gentleman asked about Mongol tattoos.
Should be done.
Okay. All right.
So we'll be another minute, and then again, once
Thank you,
it's
sir.
done, you'll be free to go up.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Right?
I've heard of it.
Yes. So in that particular case.
For YouTube.
Okay, good. Yeah. There you go. There, I understand officers like to watch.
Famous.
There you go. Right. It looks like he's finished. May I go talk to my clients now?
If they are no longer.
That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm asking. Is he no longer detained?
Yeah, absolutely. If they're
All
no
right.
longer detained, absolutely you can.
Yeah.
Are they no longer detained, Sarge?
They're no longer detained.
There you go.
Thank
There
you,
go,
sir.
Absolutely.
It's literally just an information card.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's literally all it is, man.
What they separate from everybody else?
Everybody's getting it, dude.
Oh.
Yeah. Trust me.
Hey James, do you have any like monikers, nicknames, anything like that?
No. James. Right?
Easy enough. What's your address? The Anaheim address on here?
That's correct. Everything's correct. That was actually, I just redid my driver's test. That was reissued like a month ago.
Well, what do I get taken away for?
It expired.
Oh. You gotta redo your test for that?
I'm not 100% sure if I had to redo it because it expired or that I fucked around and like
It is California though,
renew
man.
the shit. So
Yeah.
I had to go down and take my
Yeah.
C and my M1 and all that crap and everything and get it reissued.
Yeah. Well, that's California for them, man. You gotta get out of there.
Yeah.
You guys out here just for the weekend or what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Who are you riding with?
Yeah.
Who are you riding with?
Like,
Motorcycle?
I run a motorcycle.
yeah, but who do you ride with though?
You have the Ronnie and Clear ID? I'm just curious, but I'm not trying to be your What's that happen? Just curious. I'd rather mom.
Where else tattoos do you have?
Dude, it doesn't make you a bad person. You're not in trouble for a single thing.
No, I know.
It's literally us.
I'm just trying to figure it out, bro. Like, I'm a passenger in a van. Like,
Yep.
you got pulled over for not having his headlights on. Like, I had to pass forward my license, which is a violation of my rights. Like, legally, you can't even demand that request my license from back. Like I said, I know you guys are just trying to do your job. I'm just trying to understand what's going on.
That's literally it. We're just getting information from you. And just so you know, we can't identify everybody in the car. We're allowed to do that. You been in California your whole life?
Yeah. Alright. So that's my ID. I do. Can I have it back? We're done. I just asked, this is over, I request my ID, it's not giving me my ID.
Nope. He just said fine. Hey, Sargent.
That's correct.
Kick it.
Not giving me my ID, thank you. You can go back. Cool, thank you guys.
Hey, all the passengers.
Appreciate you, man. I'm not trying to be a dick.
No, you're good, dude. You're good.
If the passengers are being detained, they must stay. Otherwise, have to come.
Alright, cool.
If they're being detained, they must stay. They have to have reasonable suspicion that the actual passenger is.
There are lawyers. Then there is a champion for justice, attorney Stephen Stubbs.
Stephen Stubbs fights for justice every day. Stephen Stubbs